Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to go into chapter 30 part 1. This chapter will have 4 parts to it, and don't forget that we do also have the 2 bonus parts at the end of this book, which I will also read to you guys when the time comes. If you watched the last video, like, mind blown about who is actually all involved in this and helping with all of this, it's just, I can't believe it. But let's get right into chapter 30 part 1. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, please click off the video now. You have been warned. Chapter 30. Nate, Friday, November 9th, 3:40 p.m. I know something's different by how the guard looks at me when he calls my name. Not as much like a piece of dirt he wants to grind under his shoe as usual. Bring your things, he says. I don't have much, but I take my time shoving everything into a plastic bag before I follow him down the long gray corridor to the warden's office. Eli hovers in the doorway with his hands in his pockets, giving me the intense stare of his times 100. Welcome to the rest of your life, Nate. When I don't react, he adds, you're free, you're out. This whole thing was a hoax that's been blown wide open, so get out of your jumpsuit and get into civilian clothes and let's get you the hell out of here. At this point, I'm used to doing what I'm told, so that's all I do. Nothing else registers, even when Eli shows me news stories about Jake's arrest until he tells me Addie's in the hospital with a concussion and a fractured skull. Good news is, it's a hairline fracture with no underlying brain injury. She'll make a full recovery. Addie, that airhead homecoming princess turned badass ninja investigator, in the hospital with a cracked skull because she tried to help me, possibly only alive because of Janae, who got a busted jaw for her trouble, and Cooper, who's suddenly some kind of superhero the media's fawning over. I'd be happy for him if the whole thing didn't make me sick. There's a lot of paperwork when you get out of jail for a crime you didn't commit. Law and Order never shows how many forms you have to fill out before you rejoin the world. The first thing I see when I step blinking into the bright sunshine is a dozen cameras whirring to life. Of course, the whole thing's a never-ending movie, and I've gone from a villain to a hero in a matter of hours, even though I haven't done a single thing to make any difference since I got here. My mother's outside, which I guess is a pleasant surprise. I'm never not prepared for her to disappear, and Browen, even though I specifically said I don't want her anywhere near this place, guess nobody thought I was serious about that. Before I can react, her arms are around me and my face is buried in her green apple hair. Jesus, this girl. For a few seconds I breathe her in and everything's all right, except it's not. Nate, how does it feel to be free? Do you have any comments about Jake? What's your next step? Eli shoots sound bites at all the microphones in my face as we make our way to his car. He's the man of the hour, but I don't see what he did to earn it. The charges were dropped because Browen kept unraveling threads and tracked down a witness because Cooper's boyfriend connected dots nobody else saw, because Addie put herself in the line of fire, and because Cooper saved the day before Jake could shut her up. I'm the only one in the murder club who didn't contribute a goddamn thing. All I did was be the guy who's easy to frame. Eli inches his car past all the media vans until we're on the highway and the juvenile detention center fades to a speck in the distance. He's rattling on about too many things to follow, how he's working with Officer Lopez to get my drug charges dropped, how if I want to make a statement through the media, he'd recommend Mike Hell Powers, how I need a strategy for integrating into school. I stare out the window, my head a dead weight in Browen's. My hand a dead weight in Browen's. When I finally hear Eli's voice asking if I have any questions, I can tell he's been repeating himself for a while. Did someone feed Stan? I ask. My father sure as shit didn't. I did, Browen says. When I don't respond, she squeezes my hand and adds, Nate, are you all right? She tries to catch my eye, but I can't do it. She wants me to be happy, and I can't do that either. The impossibility of Browen hits me like a punch in the gut. Everything she wants is good and right and logical, and I can't do any of it. She'll always be that girl in front of me in the scavenger hunt, her shining hair hypnotizing me so much I almost forget how uselessly I'm trailing behind her. I just want to go home and sleep. I'm still not looking at Browen, but out of the corner of my eye I can see her face fall, and for some reason that's previously satisfying. I'm disappointing her right on schedule. Finally, something makes sense. That is the end of part 1. I will see you guys in part 2.